From the studio at Meisner Park in Boca Raton, welcome to the 37th Annual Teacher of the Year Awards, brought to you by the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful celebration of our VIPs in the first three rows, our 2023 Outstanding Teacher of the Years. Let's give them all a round of applause. I'm Claudia Shea, the Communications Director for the School District of Palm Beach County. So happy to be with you today. I invite you now to stand, and please remain standing for the presentation of the colors, presented by Olympic Heights High School Marine Corps JROTC, led by Master Sergeant Wayne Byron. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now that was an outstanding official start to our ceremony. Let's hear it for our kids. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Okay, it's time to get this show on the road. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce the gentleman standing right there, Mr. Tim Sharp, who is a very long-time Rotarian, former president of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise, and co-chair of this event. Tim, take it away.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to our 37th Annual Teacher of the Year Awards, where we celebrate the accomplishments of these wonderful 23 school teachers. In 1987, fellow Boca Raton Sunrise Rotarian and longtime school board member, who you all know, Chairman Mr. Frank Barbieri, wanted to do something that recognized and rewarded the hardworking teachers in our local public schools. Starting with just 4 schools, Spanish River High, Loggers Run Middle, Coral Sunset, and Whispering Pines Elementary, the program has since expanded to include all the public schools in the greater Boca Raton area, including the recently added Blue Lake Elementary. Welcome, Blue Lake. This year, we're excited to once again be partnered with the Golden Bell Education Foundation. Some of you teachers may be aware of their work, whose mission aligns totally with our mission of supporting education. And you'll hear a little bit more about Golden Bell later. I'd like to now extend our gratitude to those who have made this event possible. I'd like to start with the studio at Meisner Park, this beautiful venue that we're at. There's some small advertisements on your chair that they've given that talks about the events that are coming up, and they're really trying to promote this place, and hopefully you'll get a chance to come out and visit sometime. And now our event committee, which includes myself, along with Liz Nicastro from the Golden Bell Education Foundation and Mr. Frank Barbieri, several members of our Rotary Club, along with the Education Foundation and the Education Network of Palm Beach County. To our 4 high schools who are with us tonight, the Boca Raton High School Choral Group, which you're going to hear during the evening with our desserts. Olympic Heights High School Marine Junior ROTC, who just saw present us with the colors. Spanish River High School Jazz Band, who entertained us during the cocktail reception. And West Boca High School Culinary, which provided the appetizers and desserts. Let's give a round of applause for the committee and these highly talented students. So now a big shout out for our sponsors, most of whom have been with us year after year. Their financial support has allowed us to put on this wonderful event and for our Rotary Clubs Foundation to provide scholarships to students attending college locally. It also supports the Golden Bell Education Foundation Grants Program, Teachers Grants Program. Now let's hear from our 2 major sponsors, Office Depot and United Healthcare.
You ready, boys and girls?
Oh, this is totally exciting.
That's making education fun.
It's critical to who we are.
Are you ready to have some fun today? Let's hear it, guys!
They are so excited.
Giving kids a fresh new start.
Who's ready to get their backpacks?
The energy in this room was unbelievable.
I mean, the smiles, the dancing.
Are you ready to start prom?
Today is the kickoff of Start Proud, which is ODP's back-to-school philanthropic initiative.
And we are doing big assemblies and bringing backpacks full of supplies.
We are in 18 Title I elementary schools in 15 of our largest markets.
You can see the emotion, you can see our associates from every department, every geography coming out.
It means everything to these kids, the teachers, the community.
Everything that we do really culminates in how are we helping make our communities stronger.
If that ain't love from a company, I don't know what is.
I think it's fantastic they recognize the teachers as well.
Point of sale all through Q3. We have our donation pad.
Every single one of our associates is so committed in order to get that dollar, that $5.
You know, the next stage of this is really to leverage the donations to give back to local schools across the country.
And we expect to collect between $10,000 and $20,000 to give back to this school.
We announce a free teacher shopping spree, and one of my favorite parts is we award an all-star teacher to an exemplary educator.
Our very own Miss Hepworth is on! Miss Jacqueline Richards. Miss Fuller. I am so grateful to Office Depot because you don't have to do this. This has to come from the depths of your heart. We want to show you what is behind the curtain. That's all yours!
This is a real honor. I'm very humbled. I was pretty overwhelmed, so I didn't really process all the goodies.
Office Depot is making an incredible impact.
The commitment that Office Depot has to the local community is the gold standard.
No matter, I think, what your income is, you feel the pinch.
But now everybody's on the same playing field.
So it's just one less stress, one less thing to worry about.
It is amazing what Office Depot does in this community.
It makes a difference, and we are incredibly grateful for that.
It's a good thing that Office Depot has come together.
Well, it's our culture.
Giving back to the community.
Seeing all the kids' excitement.
They're just cheering and smiling.
You know, we have such a passion for education.
It's such a nice way to kick off the school year.
This is not a good idea.
Oh, no, it's fine. You need track in middle school.
You got this. You got it. It's on you.
Which urgent care do you want to try this time?
Oh, this one's only a mile away.
Ooh, and it's in network.
You got this. It's gonna be awesome. Steve. I thought you were gonna land in the pool.
So close. It's not always easy to control your enthusiasm, but with United Healthcare, it's easy to find quick care options and compare costs.
Yep, that's my husband.
He just needed more speed. I'm on it. Thank you.
Oh, there goes mine.
Let's go for it.
United Healthcare.
All right. Did you make that up, Jim? Okay, so as I mentioned before, in addition to Golden Bell and the Education Foundation, the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise supports education and has done so year after year. In addition, Rotary International, where we have over 1.4 members worldwide, one of the foundations of Rotary is education, supporting education. So let's hear a little bit about how Rotary supports education.
A single act of good can go a long way. It can cross oceans, cure disease, and create equality. As members of Rotary, we are people of action. and our actions have the power to speak loud and clear. Our vision and commitment to finding solutions keeps us connected to those who need it most, changing lives and creating opportunities with our groundbreaking work in education and literacy. There are more kids enrolled in school now than at any other point in human history, which is why supporting teachers is key. In classrooms, our innovative approach creates critical thinkers and big dreamers with the skills to achieve. Our global grants train teachers to use materials, new methods, and technology to inspire and energize students of all ages. We believe education has the power to lift families up, make real change, modify behavior, create healthy habits, and open minds. We believe that education creates security and safety in families so they can support, provide, and make informed, empowered decisions. Your contribution keeps students far and wide connected to a world of good. Every donation is an action that speaks volumes across classrooms, communities, and continents. Because the distance between an act of good and the lives it touches isn't as vast as you might imagine. Learn how you can support the cause that means the most to you.
Okay, so now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise president, Ms. Gail Ambrose Lustig. She's a retired teacher from the Bronx in New York City, so she has a little bit in common with you folks in the front.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Tim. As president of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise, it is my honor to welcome you to our 37th annual Teacher of the Year celebration. As Tim indicated, I am a retired New York City teacher. I spent over 30 years teaching music in the South Bronx, and so this event has great personal meaning for me. I know how much commitment and dedication it takes to wake up every morning and go into your classrooms to give your very best to the children in your care. You may never know how much your teaching can inspire and influence your students. Let me tell you the story of Adam. Adam was the youngest of 10 children of immigrant parents. He was a shining star, academically brilliant and full of promise. My colleagues and I recognized his potential, and because of our efforts, he was accepted into a program that gave him the opportunity to attend a private boarding school. I followed his progress until he went to college, and then we lost touch. Many years later, we reconnected. He invited me to meet him at his 15th college reunion. We had a wonderful day sharing memories of our times as teacher and student. And he told me that the example I had set as a teacher led him to choose a career as an educator. He is now a principal in a New York City high school. What a special gift for me to learn this so many years later. So tonight we honor and celebrate all 23 of you because we know how invaluable you are in shaping the futures of our children. I'm sure you have touched the lives of your students in ways you cannot imagine. So I congratulate you and encourage you to continue to be the inspiration to all those you teach. And now I am delighted to introduce our Club Foundation Chairperson, Erin Garcia. Erin is the Executive Director of the nonprofit International Association for College Admissions Counseling. The association supports high school and college admissions counselors who help students study internationally. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. So for me, it's this event that got me to join this Rotary Club. I had joined Rotary about 5 years earlier in Texas, but when I moved out here to Florida, I was looking for my new Rotary Club. And I ran across a table with a Rotarian talking about the club events that they do. And of course, I had to stop and talk. If you haven't met many Rotarians yet, you'll learn we love to talk. So I had to stop, find out more about what the club does, a little bit about them, and she started talking about this Teacher of the Year event. I was like, whoa, you do something to celebrate teachers? Count me in. So I still visited the club, got to know everyone before joining, but she really had me at this event. So I come from a long line of educators. My mom was a teacher, my great aunt was a teacher, my father-in-law was a teacher, my sister, long lines going back generations. We joke it's genetic in our family. And so I was quickly sold on participating with this event. So here I am now, the chair of our Rotary Club Boca Raton Sunrise Foundation, and I am honored to be here with all of you amazing, impactful, life-changing teachers. You guys are superstars. Our foundation is a part of the club that really oversees our fundraising and our charitable work with projects that really help our local community and our global community. In addition to this event, we do a few other projects, and one in particular I want to share with you is that we do a scholarship for students who are Palm Beach County residents who want to go who need the financial help and are studying at Palm Beach State, Florida Atlantic University, or Lynn University. We have a special part of that scholarship for students who are studying education with the intent of working in the schools here in Palm Beach County. So if any of you are looking at doing a master's degree or a doctorate maybe, keep us in mind. Or if you know of any other college students, high achieving who just need that extra financial support, we would love to get their applications. Obviously find me afterwards, I will get you connected. So just in case you haven't guessed it, education is near and dear to all of our hearts in the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise. And that's why we look forward to this event every year. We know that it's our opportunity to help support education, which we know is the foundation of our children's success, of our country, our world's success, and that all starts with you, our teachers. So thank you so much for all the work you do and all that time you put into supporting our children here in Boca Raton. You guys are amazing. Of course, our club and our foundation can do a lot, but we can't do it all by ourselves. And so that's why we partner with some other amazing foundations like the Golden Bell Education Foundation. And so we'd love to share a video with you about their work and who they are.
The Golden Bell Education Foundation is a charitable nonprofit, and we do two different things. We provide grants to the schools here in Boca Raton in grades K through 12. And we also provide a Young Entrepreneur Academy.
Many people who do not have children in public schools are often surprised to learn how many items the schools need that are not funded by the state or county public school system. That's where Golden Bell steps in.
Although Boca Raton does have a lot of wealth and affluence in our public school system, there are still some needs. And so the Golden Bell Education Foundation fills the gap between what the district can provide and what the needs are in the classroom.
This past year, we awarded grants to every single Boca Raton public school from the ocean to the Everglades.
We used the Golden Bell grant to purchase whole foundation kits with all the resources needed to teach the program with fidelity throughout the year in one box. It was life-changing.
The Young Entrepreneur Academy provides students in grades 6 through 12 an opportunity to take an idea that they might have about a business, teach them all the things that they need to launch that business.
As part of the YAY program, the children participate in an elevator pitch contest. The first time I attended an elevator pitch contest, I was blown away by the children's composure and poise. It's something that many adults can't do.
Traditionally, the funding for Golden Bell has come from the business community, businesses both large and small. But we need help from everybody.
I'm now happy to introduce Troy McClellan, President and CEO of the Greater Boca Raton Chamber of Commerce. Troy?
Thank you, Erin. Good evening, everybody. Along with the chair of the Golden Bell Education Foundation, which the lights are bright, I think they're over here somewhere, Chuck Stout, and our foundation manager, Liz Brannig, I think is right there, if I can see. We're excited to be here, and we're really excited to be a partner of this organization and of this event, the 37th Annual Boca Raton Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise celebration. It's a big deal, and to think they've been doing this for 37 years. I just wish that we could have been part of this since year one, because it's that special. So congratulations to the teachers, and thank you for your chosen path of profession and teaching our kids and the commitment to our community. You heard some of this in the video, but it was the Boca Chamber of Commerce that actually created Golden Bell in 1991, so 31 years ago, in an effort to support our public schools in Boca Raton, because business and education go hand in hand. The students that you're educating today are the employees of our businesses tomorrow. And so there's a critical link to that, and it was important that the business community get involved in public education, certainly in Boca Raton. And we just wanted to ensure that we have the best and the brightest students coming out and being the professionals that are going to lead the business community going forward. And so through our annual grant program, which probably most of you are aware of, hopefully you've applied for 1 or 10 or 20 over the years, we've given nearly $2 million back into your classrooms through this program. And we estimate that we've impacted about over 250,000 students through that time, over 30 years. And so we take great pride in that, in grades K through 12. And for those of you in the elementary school, we've expanded the grant guidelines because we focused, as you know, a lot on literacy. We've expanded to include math and science as well. So keep that in mind when you go to write out your grant for this year. We're very excited about that and just want to be able to accommodate, right? So in addition to the grants you heard in the video, we deliver a Young Entrepreneurs Academy, and it transforms our middle and high school students into young CEOs that go on to learn how to run a business, how to lead, and even if they don't carry on the business that they started when they were 15, they have the skills and the traits to do that, which only helps us here in the business community. So as parents and business leaders, we are keenly aware of the work that you do and its importance day in and day out in your classroom. And so it goes without saying that we appreciate what you do. We are very proud of each one of you here tonight. And we also understand it takes a positive support system. Sort of the village, as they say, in order for everyone to be successful. So big thanks to the principals, assistant principals, guidance counselors, media professionals, sort of all of you on the ground working every day to help make our education as successful and to help our students thrive. And thanks to the administration led by Superintendent Burke. I thought I saw Sup Burke here somewhere. He's killing it in year 2. Well done, Mr. Sup. We're lucky to have you in that position and leading our very large school district for sure. And then, of course, there's Frank Barbieri. He's our Boca Raton District School Board member. He's the chairman of the board, and he's our tireless advocate of education for our kids in the Boca Raton public school system and making sure they are successful. And you'll hear from both of those guys a little bit later. But Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for all that you do for sure. So the Rotary Sunrise Club, like I said, has been doing this for a long time, and so they deserve so much credit to recognize the importance of recognizing you, right? I mean, we're here tonight because of you, for you. And so Tim Sharp does an amazing job with this along with his committee. And so Tim, I think he's in the back. Great job again for another successful event. Proud to be a part of it. So Golden Bell's mission of supporting you all and your students in the schools wouldn't be possible without generous donations, obviously. Partners, sponsors, individual donations. The city of Boca even gives us a little bit of money. They would be here tonight, but they're at a city council meeting, so they get a pass. But we want to keep our schools A-rated, of course, but we also just want to provide the best education for your students every day. And so in addition to our generous supporters, the foundation hosts multiple fundraisers throughout the year to raise money. The big annual event is the Golden Bell Battle of the Bands competition. And so we turn local business leaders into rock stars, right? We teach them how to sing or play an instrument or whatever. And they don't come with prior experience. That's sort of the rule. And I know you're familiar with this because one of your very own, Jamie Wyatt, participated in the event, and she was the lead singer in her band called Wicked Hot. That was her band. I haven't seen Jamie. Where are you? I think I'm going to have you come sing your song. She sang the song It's My Life by Bon Jovi, and she totally rocked it out on stage. And so Jamie, thank you. She did it all for you guys to raise money for the classroom. So mark your calendars this year. We hope that we can get all of you there on September 30th. It's a Saturday night, so we're not going to make you have to, work a day teaching and go. You get to sleep in and then come to this concert event in the evening on Saturday, September 30th. And if you want to be like Jamie and join her and add rock star to your title, then let me know. We can probably get you in a band. So it's a ton of fun. So you're not up there alone. You're with 4 or 5 other bandmates. You can kind of fade away, but it's a ton of fun, and all for the best cause in the world, to raise money for your classrooms. So Golden Bell is bullish on ensuring that Boca Raton public schools receive all the support that they need. Like I said, not only to maintain that A grade, but to make sure that your students have everything they need, so for them and you to be successful in the classroom, so that we can produce the business leaders that are going to carry us into the next generation. So again, we're grateful to be in this position, to be a supporter and a partner, a true partner of what the Rotary is doing, what Chairman Barbieri does, so that we can recognize you all for all of your amazing efforts. So again, thanks for allowing us to be here. Congratulations tonight, and thank you very much for all that you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Troy, and to the Boca Chamber and Golden Bell. And I was worried for a minute there. I thought Troy wasn't going to say the word wicked even once. Last year we heard wicked this, wicked that. You are wicked amazing tonight, Troy. Thank you so very much. So I hope all of our teachers are feeling the love, okay? You've now had all of these champions of education singing your praises. You've got these awards over here waiting for you. But before all that, we have another champion of you. An unwavering champion of teachers and public education in general. As it's been said a few times, 37 years ago, this all began with a vision from one man. And you think about that, 37 years ago, and I'm looking at all these young people in the first 3 rows. I'm sure I could be some of your grandmothers. But we have some very, very young teachers here. So this started even before many of you were born. And this was the vision of Frank Barbieri, who is an attorney. He had this vision at the time, though, this father of, a couple of kids in the school district. We need to do something amazing to celebrate the teachers in the greater Boca Raton area. So as a Rotarian, he went back to the Rotary and said, I've got this great idea. And he didn't know how it was going to land, but as you can see, it landed. And it has been growing ever since and flourishing now for 37 years. Up until this year, we were 22 schools for several years, and now 23, of course, with Blue Lake. But anyway, this has been such a passion of Mr. Barbieri. So he is a consummate die-hard supporter of public education, as I said, and this all started years before he was elected to District 5 as a board member. As you know, he is the chairman of the school board. He is also a former chair of this very event. In fact, he's the chairman emeritus of this event. And on top of all that, he's probably one of the funniest people I've ever known in my life. He's up there on the dais, during the board meetings, but then he says the funniest things. He's a great stand-up comic, and I know he won't let you down. So, Mr. Barbieri, I teed this up for you, and now you're gonna have to make us laugh a few times as part of this celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the board, Mr. Frank Barbieri.
Good evening, everyone. She says I come up with funny stuff at the dais, but one night I was talking to my colleagues and I said, we need to do something about the board policy here because this is turning into a show. I got an immediate text from Claudia and she goes, well, that one raised my eyebrows, but so she told me the next time I should say a fire dump fire. So I learned my lesson on that one. I appreciate the kind words that everybody's. This is not about me tonight. I started off. She told you, the title. I started as chair, and then I was co-chair, and now I'm chairman emeritus, which is really another term for an old goat with white hair that's just hangs around. So, but she forgot one other one. I'm also the playground monitor during school board meetings. Some of you may have noticed that. Over the past 2 years, we have quite a few people that come to our meetings that don't play very well in the sandbox. It's actually a pleasure standing in front of all of you, and actually you clap when I came in, because usually that's not the reaction I get. But it's early, so you could change your mind at some point if you want. Tim Sharp and the Teacher of the Year committee members, who you met earlier this evening, do all the work, and as Chairman Emeritus, I get some of the glory, so it's a nice arrangement. Sort of like all of you teachers, you know, you do a great job, and the principals in my district, the teachers and principals, I'm close to all of you, and you do such a great job, and then I get to go brag about it, you know, because everybody goes, oh, he's chairman of the school board, so he's the one who made all this happen. I don't make any of this happen. You all make it happen, and I get to brag about it. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to brag about how great our school system is here in the South region. This evening, I'm honored to play a very small part in honoring the wonderful teachers being recognized by the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise. Speaking of being an old gray-haired codger, there are 4 generations, as Claudia mentioned, in this room this evening. There's this older folks that you all probably remember. We're called the baby boomers. I guess our parents were busy during World War II, and we all came as a result of that when the guys got home. And then the next generation was Gen X, the Gen X generation. Then the millennials came along, and now our newest generation is Generation Z, which probably some of our teachers here, young teachers, are. It's amazing that the generations come and go, but there's one constant that's always the same, and that's that we need great teachers, and so we're so happy to have you. I'm so happy to have you in the school system of Palm Beach County, especially in District 5, which is the schools down here in my district. Little did I know back in 1986, when I suggested that we start this program, that it would be going strong 37 years later. Although I initiated the program, as you heard, my fellow Rotary Club members did all the work. I mean, I just got it started, and they've taken it forward. I just show up now. It's really a nice situation. They do all the work, and I get to brag about it. You know, so it's been a fun time. With the addition of the 23 teachers being honored here tonight, the Rotary Club over the last 37 years has recognized more than 600 of our outstanding teachers in our great Boca Raton schools. So it's been a fun time, and I've met so many wonderful teachers over those years. Some of them, we used to keep track. Some of our teachers of the year actually are repeats. And are there any repeats in here tonight? Any of you won the award before? So we have one over. What's your name? Jackie Steinberg from what school? Okay, so she's at Blue Lake now, which all of you keep hearing about, and now she's at Sandpiper. And Christina Farraco, yeah. Water's Edge. So congratulations for being here again. Must be great teachers to get recognized more than once. Of course, tonight would not have been possible, as Tim said, without the generous support of our sponsors. And although Tim already expressed his gratitude on behalf of the Rotary, I'd also like to underscore how much the school board appreciates the generosity from our business community. So I want to thank the business members, community members that are here this evening for your support of our schools. And before we meet our teachers, who I think we all agree are really the most important VIPs in the room, we are honored to have other VIPs with us who support our schools here this evening, and I'd like to recognize them. I ask that as I call your name, please stand and remain standing, and please, everyone, try your best to hold the applause until I've called them all. You've already met Troy McClellan. Troy, is, as you all saw, is a great supporter of our schools. Chuck Stout is chairman of the Golden Bell Education Foundation. James Gavrilos, you saw him on the screen briefly with the Office Depot people. Where are you, James? I can't see anything. The light's shining in my... The Education Foundation, our Education Foundation, does so much for all of you. If you watch the board meetings, James gives us an update every month on all the great things that the Education Foundation is doing for our children in our schools and our teachers. So it's a great organization led by a wonderful man that really brought that organization to a point where it's indispensable to the school system in Palm Beach County. And of course, there's 2 ladies who are wandering around out there in the area where the West Boca High School is supplying all the food for us tonight, and that's Debbie Ellman and Donna Biazzi. They're co-founders of the Best Foot Forward Foundation. I have the pleasure of serving on the Best Foot Forward board. These 2 ladies have done an astronomical job of taking care of foster children in our schools, and it started many years ago, but over the years it's expanded more and more and more, and it's such an honor to be part of that board also when they do so much for our kids. Actually, on Saturday night is the annual gala, and every year the Best Foot Forward awards someone the Champion of Children award, one person out of the community every year. And this Saturday night, our champion of children is none other than our superintendent, Mr. Michael Burke. So congratulations, Mike. As you heard, the Boca Raton mayor, singer, and the other city council members couldn't be here tonight, but they asked me to make sure that all of you knew that they expressed their congratulations to our teachers. In addition to these community leaders, we have some dedicated school administrators who I'd like to recognize. Christina, are you here with the list somewhere? I don't even know where you were at, but can you come up here with the... The light's shining on my glasses. Are they clean? Rita has this fetish about my glasses. They have to be clean. I wiped them, honey. I have a rag in my pocket, and I wiped them before I came up here, so. These are the principles I wanted, yes. Thank you. No, the principles. I need the principles list. While she's looking that for me, I want, in addition to the community leaders that you've already met, I want to call on some of the administrators that are here this evening. First of all, our superintendent, Mr. Burke. Can we turn the lights on a little bit so that the people in the room can see who's standing? Mr. Burke has been doing an outstanding job as a leader of the district for about 2 years now. Before that, he served as chief financial officer, chief operating officer, and held other important leadership roles in the district. I remember the first meeting that Mr. Burke, as our new superintendent, joined me on the dais. It was what has unfortunately become a feeding frenzy, with the school board members and the superintendent served up as the main course. As I worked through the meeting to try and keep the lynch mob under control, I was pretty sure Mr. Burke was thinking, sure was an easier job managing the $5 billion budget and sitting on the other side of the dais where nobody actually knew who he was. So we're very happy that Mr. Burke decided to join us on the dais. We will be hearing from Superintendent Burke in a little while. We have Ed Tierney, our Deputy Superintendent, here tonight. Dr. Glenda Sheffield, our Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Peter Licata, the South Region Superintendent. Dr. Craig Summer, the South Region Instructional Superintendent, Secondary. Dr. Howard Hepburn, the South Region Instructional Superintendent, Middle. Mrs. Jamie Wyatt, the South Region Instructional Superintendent, Elementary. And Mrs. Rachel Capitano, the South Region Instructional Superintendent, Elementary. In addition, for the first time, we have with us this evening our Inspector General, Teresa Michael, and our General Counsel, Shantoya Bernard. Thank you all for coming this evening. In addition to these leaders, we have the principals. We have the principals, and I'd like to have you stand as I call your names. Turn the lights up a little more. I can't see them. Let's start with, which I just found out tonight, that A.D. Henderson University School is no longer called A.D. Henderson University School. It's called, help me, FAU High School. So we have the principal from that school, Dr. Joel Herbst, here this evening. Addison Meisner School, Nancy Holly. Blue Lake Elementary, everybody's jealous of you, Mr. Moldovan. Oh, he's not here this evening. He's busy showing off his school, I'm sure, yes, giving tours. Boca Raton Elementary School, Renee Elf. Boca Raton Community High School, Dr. Suzanne King. Boca Raton Community Middle School, Lisa Lee. Calusa Community Elementary School, Susan Figueroa. Coral Sunset Elementary School, Shanda Garvin Shaw. Del Prado Elementary School, Lori Riapel. Don Estridge High Tech Middle School, Joshua Davidow. Eagles Landing Middle School, Dominic Rosati. Keep those Italians coming, South Region. Eagles Landing, Hammock Point Elementary School, Stephanie Cook. J.C. Mitchell Elementary School, Joanne Pierre Jerome. Loggers Run Community Middle School, Krista Rogers. By the way, all three of my children went to Loggers Run Middle School a long time ago. Olympic Heights High School, Kelly Mills Burke. Two of my kids graduated from Olympic Heights High School. You're fortunate you didn't have those two back then, Miss Burke. Omni Middle School, Nikia Deleuze. Sandpiper Shores Elementary School, Monique Coyle. Spanish River Community High School, Allison Castellano. I had one child that graduated from Spanish River High School. Sunrise Park Elementary School, Alicia Steiger. Now, Alicia has one of the best gifts that God ever gave me. She has my youngest granddaughter, who is just, Cara Mia is her name, and she's just, Mrs. Steiger takes good care of her. She loves Miss Steiger. So we're so happy that she's in Sunrise Park. Verde K-8 school is Linda Codley. Water's Edge Elementary School, Chris Schrader. Okay. West Boca Raton Community High School, Ed Capitano. And Whispering Pines Elementary School, Barbara Reamer. Thank you, principals, for all being here tonight to support your teachers and to support the Rotary Club, honoring your teachers. Are there any other school administrators that I missed? If you did, stand. Okay. I guess you can dim the lights again, so I don't have to look out there. Not that I don't want to look at all of you, but you'll be hearing from each of the principals in a few minutes when they tell us about the Teacher of the Year from their school. I also want to thank Claudia Shea, our Mistress of Ceremonies this evening, who is also the district's, as you heard, Director of Communications, Amy Lippman, the Education Network Station Manager, Dave McKinley, and the entire staff at the Education Network. As you'll see in a few minutes, the Education Network did a phenomenal job, as always, of conducting the on-site interviews as each of the schools and putting together tonight's video portion of the presentation. And of course, this evening would not have been possible without the hard work of event co-chairs Tim Sharp and Liz Nicastro and all of their committee members. As I've said, they have done much more than I have in putting all of this together this evening. Thank you to Tim and the committee for a job superbly done. Finally, there are two special ladies who joined us here tonight who I'd like to thank this evening. One is my school board secretary, Christina Doctor. She kind of inherited me. I have a habit of losing my secretaries. I don't know. She's a great secretary. She spent many hours this year and last year as a liaison for this event between the Boca Raton schools and the Rotary Club. So when she calls you next year, please cooperate as quickly as you can, because I get on her case about, get the name of that teacher, get the name of that teacher. So she's done a great job for us. Thanks, Christina, for your assistance this year. Also, Christina's the one that is on the other end of the phone when some of the not so nice people in my district call to talk to me, and I'm sure you would like to grab some of them with a bar of soap sometimes, wouldn't you, Christina? They're not very nice sometimes. Christina took over for Maria Baez, who you probably all know. She was my secretary for 8 years until Superintendent Burke enticed her to leave me and go for gold in his office. When Mr. Burke was sworn in as superintendent, was asked under oath if he agreed to faithfully execute the office of superintendent, he said, "I do," and as a result of his "I do," I don't have Maria. But I should have known what was coming, because when I first was elected to the school board 14 years ago, I had a wonderful secretary by the name of Kristen Kelly. Mr. Burke was our chief financial officer back then and didn't have the authority to take my secretary as he does now as superintendent, but he found a loophole. In a wedding ceremony back then, Mr. Burke said, "I do" to Kristen, who became Kristen Burke, and the wife of the chief financial officer can't work in the board office, so it seems like every time Mr. Burke says "I do," Frank gets an "I don't." So when the new board clerk, when Tony asked me, "Who do you want for replacement?" I said, "I want somebody that doesn't know the superintendent, that doesn't know the Deepak Agarwal, who stole one of mine out of the board office." So I said, I just want somebody that nobody knows yet, and unfortunately we couldn't find anybody like that, so we got Christina, and I made her promise, "You have to stay here until I'm off the board, because we're not going through this anymore." So thank you, Christina. Of course, and last but not least, certainly is the other lady who joined me this evening, my beautiful and very patient wife, Rita, who some of you met. On September 11th, 2023, Rita and I will be celebrating 52 years of marriage. I'm sure she didn't consider when she said "I do" all those 50-some years ago that it was she was accepting a life sentence. I told her if you would have poisoned me on our wedding day, you'd been out of jail by now. So I'm safe now. There's no sense poisoning me now. She doesn't have that many years left with me, I think. So I'm a lucky man, and I want to thank Rita for the countless hours I have left her alone at home while attending meetings, spending time in the schools and events like this. Next year, 2024, will be my last term on the school board, completing 16 years of service. I'm not term limited at the end of next year due to state law or the Florida Constitution, for that matter. No, I am term limited by a much higher authority. Rita said, "Go ahead and run again if you want to, but you'll be doing so as a divorced man living out of your truck." So I guess I am term limited. Our 3 children were each educated by wonderful teachers in Palm Beach County Public Schools, graduating, as I said, from Spanish River and Olympic Heights. And my grandchildren, 3 of the greatest gifts God ever gave me, have the privilege of being taught by wonderful teachers at West Boca High School and Sunrise Park Elementary School. Next month, my 18-year-old grandson, Brandon, who is also my best buddy in the whole world, will graduate from West Boca Raton Community High School. Thank you to Superintendent Burke. He's invited me to say a few words at Brandon's graduation. I'm not sure I can pull that off without a couple of these in my pocket. Additionally, one of the perks, which probably doesn't happen very often in Palm Beach County, one of the perks of being board chairman is I get to sign every graduation diploma, which will be especially meaningful for Brandon as he'll have Grandpa's signature on his high school diploma. As a school board member, I know very well that teachers rarely enjoy the recognition they so deserve, so I am pleased I'm able to help recognize them this evening. There's a saying that goes, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. These 23 teachers are being recognized because they certainly do care. The teaching profession makes all other professions possible. A wise man once said that in a completely rational society, the best of us would be teachers, and the rest of us would have to settle for something less. In this room this evening, there are doctors, lawyers, engineers, architects, bankers, business owners, politicians, and other professionals. And then, of course, there are the best of us, you, our teachers. Our Rotary Club helps children on a part-time basis. You, on the other hand, give it your all. There are no words adequate enough to thank you, and no bank account large enough to repay you for dedicating your lives to teaching our children. As my dad, God rest his soul, told me many, many years ago, there's only one gift we can ever receive that no one can take from us. That is the gift of an education, and that, my friends, is a gift given from the heart to our children by our wonderful, dedicated teachers. In addition to the recognition our teachers will receive this evening, there's a $200 check for each of our 23 teachers from the Rotary Club as a small token of our appreciation. They will also receive gift cards from Office Depot and gift bags from the Rotary Club and the Education Foundation. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise and as school board chairman, on behalf of the entire school board of Palm Beach County, the parents, the community members, and most importantly, the children who are empowered by you, whose passions are ignited by you, and whose dreams will be realized because you cared enough to dedicate your lives to their service, I sincerely thank you. A very wise man once proclaimed that what a teacher writes on the blackboard of life can never be erased. No professional on this earth has a greater impact on creating a better future for our children than you. In the items we will be giving our teachers tonight is a congratulatory letter from United States Congressman Jared Moskowitz. Additionally, in the next few days, Congressman Moskowitz will be providing our teachers with another letter which lists the names of our 23 teachers who are here this evening. That letter will have affixed to it the official seal of the United States House of Representatives, and the letter will be entered by Congressman Jared Moskowitz into the congressional records of the 118th Congress. With the entry of that letter, the names of our 23 teachers being honored this evening will be part of the United States congressional record in the Library of Congress and etched into the permanent history of the United States. Unfortunately, Congressman Moskowitz couldn't be here this evening. He's in Washington, D.C., but I thank him for recognizing that a teacher's influence on a child's life affects eternity. The district is grateful to so many generous business partners and supporters, but before we formally recognize our 23 outstanding teachers, I'd like to celebrate two people in particular who step up to support our Teacher of the Year awards every time we ask. I'd like to ask Alex Price, the former National Director of Community Investment for Office Depot Corporation and current Vice President of Community Impact for Burlington Stores, and Rochelle Kubish, Community Investment Project Manager and Coordinator, also for Office Depot Corporation, to come up to the podium. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise, we would like to recognize both of them for their unwavering support for education in Palm Beach County, and in particular this event. Every time we give an award, Alex says the same thing. So
I would.
So yes.
I'm saying something. Thank you so much, Frank. I do appreciate it. As a Boca local, I am super excited to be here always, every year. Office Depot loves to be here with the Boca Raton Rotary Sunrise Club. And again, I went to Boca Elementary, I went to Boca Middle, and Boca High. So all three of my daughters also are Boca local, so this is near and dear to my heart. And thank you so much, all of you, educators, principals, everyone here in the room, for doing what you do, because I don't know where we will be if this does not continue. Thank you very much.
Rochelle, you have to stay next to me because you know I'm nervous. Not only are my kids' principal, my kids' assistant principal, and my children's past two principals are here. It's a little nerve-wracking, all right? But it really is. But I just want to say that, you know, Boca Raton, its schools and its teachers, they hold the power to change people's lives in the obvious way of our youth, setting them up for great success, and there's decades to show for that. But also, it's one of the few groups of teachers that inspire people to move across the country to call this place home. Right out of FSU, I moved up to New York City, and I worked for the school district, biggest school district with some of the biggest problems. And I worked for the Ed Foundation, and they sent me out to the toughest schools. And I got to see some pretty difficult things. Met my wife, who was a South Florida person. We wanted to start a family. I said, great, we're gonna do it here, right? She's like, we're public school people, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, we're not staying here. We're gonna go to the place in the country with the very best schools and the very best teachers, and we're gonna start our life in Boca Raton. And it changed our entire lives. The greatest decision, aside from marrying Jesse, that I've ever made. And fall next year, I'll have 4 children at Addison Meisner. So, needless to say, you shouldn't be thanking me. It's me that should thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
If you're wondering what Mr. Barbieri was asking me back there, he said, am I in trouble for that one obscene word that I dropped earlier in the presentation? Yes, for crying out loud, Frank. Okay, guys, it is a school night, so we're going to get this party rolling, okay? Ready to celebrate our 23 teachers? All right. Well, Alex Price is going to stay up here, and he's going to be calling your names, along with James Moore, who I call DJ James Moore, because he never fails to step in whenever we need a party going on at one of our schools. He's a fabulous DJ, but his real job, his day job, is Senior Strategic Account Manager for United Healthcare. So I would like to welcome him to the stage, along with Alex, to begin our presentation. Teachers, congratulations again.
Jim, you have seniority, my friend.
Okay. But none of my kids' principals are here.
Oh, yeah, I had home field advantage. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, which is interesting because the first school is like all your kids, so.
Don't mess this up, Jim.
All right. Again, we're starting off with our first school alphabetically. I just want that out there. Addison Meisner School, Teacher of the Year, Kelly DeForest.
I got into teaching because from a very young age, I've always loved children. I wanted to be a part of seeing them grow and learn. Hi, my name is Kelly DeForest. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Addison Meisner. Excellent! Thumbs up to Colt. If you just compliment all the strengths of the child, everyone else will follow. Me too. All right, good. Silent cheer for Alessia. If you are lucky enough to catch her when she's reading a story to her students, you don't want to leave. You're captivated. You're brought back to when you were in kindergarten. She is truly, truly a treasure for Addison Meisner. My biggest accomplishment is being able to teach a child to read.
My favorite book is Snowman at Night because you learn stuff at night.
I think of my past 16 years and all the children that are now readers and will have that lifelong skill because of their kindergarten teacher.
Come on up, Miss Kelly. Congratulations. Come on, let's make some noise out there.
Next, it is all of our pleasures and honors to ask forward Jacqueline Steinberg, Teacher of the Year for Blue Lake Elementary School.
All right, good job. We agree with you. I have always wanted to be a teacher ever since I was younger. I think it was just like my destiny. But there really was, in 4th grade, I had a teacher that inspired me. She made me love learning. Even when things were tough in school, she made it fun and she made me feel like I could do it. Hi, I'm Jackie Steinberg. I'm a 2nd grade teacher at Blue Lake Elementary. You can put the digit anywhere you want. I'm gonna see who can make the biggest number. I remember that 4th grade teacher, and I hope that my students feel that way about me when they leave me, that they'll always remember that this was their home.
Ms. Steinberg's an amazing teacher. She's a really important part of our new Blue Lake family. She's an exceptional educator. She's extremely nurturing. She has high expectations for all of her students.
Every year I try to keep going and learning and growing, because I definitely don't want to be that teacher that comes in here and is like, oh, I'll just be here and do the same thing I did last year. If I'm not enjoying myself, my kids aren't enjoying themselves. So I want to have fun, and then they'll have fun.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. All right, from Boca Raton Elementary School, let's hear it for Teacher of the Year, Shelley Warshawski.
Shelley Warshawski is the Teacher of the Year for Boca Raton Elementary. She was nominated by the teachers and staff because she is an amazing teacher who advocates for students with special needs. She teaches the ESE students, and she's also the coordinator of the ESE department, which is a very challenging job. She is passionate and dedicated and determined to make sure each ESE student at Boca L get exactly what they need. She is so patient and kind with parents, and all of the teachers and students love her here at Boca L. So congratulations, Mrs. Warshawski. Your Boca L family is so proud to have you represent us.
Next up, it is our honor to recognize Teacher of the Year from Boca Raton High School, Jonathan Green.
I think the key to having a student find history interesting is by you finding it interesting. Congress voted for war with Spain, and showing that you have a passion for the subject. Hi, my name is Jonathan Green, and I'm an advanced placement U.S. history teacher at Boca Raton High School. I ask a lot out of them in this course, 500 years of history that we got to cover. I like to see them thrive. Very easy May Day victory. They know I'm trying my hardest to make it interesting for them, and their want to learn more and to try their hardest is returned.
What a dynamic teacher he is. The kids love him. He really thinks outside of the box to really make learning fun.
As we go through really interesting things that happened in American history, some students really open their eyes to like, wow, this really happened for real. Like, this isn't even like made up story. It's like, that usually leads a lot of them to become more interested in it.
He's like the ZZ Top teacher of history right there. All right, Boca Raton Middle School, Brianna Cohn.
This you can use in your introduction. Language arts is such an important part of every subject, but also every facet of life. Encouraging them to push to be their best is definitely something that's going to pay off in the long run for them. Hi, I'm Brianna Cohn here at Boca Raton Middle School, and I'm a language arts teacher. No one day is the same. No one lesson is the same. What's cool is that there's so many different personalities. There's so many different kids, and honestly, I love getting to know those personalities and seeing how they learn and being able to be a part of that process. I love coaching the girls basketball team here at Boca Middle. I love being able to be a role model, especially to girls. I give them high goals, I give them high expectations.
Ms. Kone is our leader for our teachers, for girls and boys in general to be role models. She is the heart of Boca Raton Middle, and we're happy to have her.
Next up, what a pleasure to honor Teacher of the Year of Calusa Elementary School, Kelly Burton.
We're going to start by just reading and underlining the important details. The student that I was made me the teacher I am today. As a child, I had difficulty in class with attention and focus. Think of my students and the struggles they may have, and I teach each child through their own unique lens. My name is Kelly Burton, and I'm a 4th grade teacher at Calusa Elementary School. If I had to pinpoint one moment, it's when my students engage in academic teaming. It allows them to have academic discussions and utilize social and emotional skills to bring my teaching to life, and it's really cool to see that unfold.
Ms. Burton is the kind of teacher that you'd want your own child to have. She's dedicated and passionate, of course, but more than that, she really considers the needs of her students and designs her instructional approaches and tasks around those needs.
I love what I do. I could cry thinking about it. Like, I'm here for them and myself because I need them as much as they need me.
I was going to say, I think we're all going to cry tonight at one point, at least. But right now, from Coral Sunset Elementary School, Elizabeth Lean.
The lion and the fish are both in danger, so do we see that this story is similar? Yeah. So I'm hopeful that my students will walk away from the classroom with the understanding of how important teamwork is, how to hold themselves accountable, and always work with grit.
I'm Lizzie Lean, a 5th grade reading teacher at Coral Sunset Elementary School.
So I'm from a long history of teachers in my family. My grandfather taught PE in the 1950s. My mother's a teacher, my father was a teacher as he made his way through law school. So it was always just the natural profession for me. Thank you. What's the first thing that we do? Yeah, we're just going to circle the title.
She embodies what it means to be an educator. She's phenomenal, and her students love her.
I received an email from a student that I had 20 years ago that she actually decided to be a teacher because I inspired her to become one.
Boy, it makes me want to go back to school and do it all over again. I mean,
I know.
Anyway, I digress. Next up, it is our pleasure and honor to welcome and to award Del Prado Elementary School's Teacher of the Year, Amy Goldberg.
You're going to construct a track that will allow a marble to travel from the top of the track
into a plastic cup at the end. From day one in my classroom, students are involved in hands-on investigations and creative problem solving. We incorporate critical thinking. I want my students to be independent learners, and that's kind of my focus. I'm Amy Goldberg. I teach 5th grade gifted science and advanced math at Del Prado Elementary. In my class, students come in excited to learn. I get them engaged and involved in creative problem solving. So it needs to go up and down again.
Mrs. Goldberg is Del Prado's science guru. She knows all and teaches all. She's an amazing science teacher and amazing colleague. She certainly deserves this recognition, not only for her instruction and the innovative ways that she teaches, but also how she mentors and helps others.
Not only improves their understanding of these standards and the concepts that they need to master, it also allows them to be independent learners.
And of course, Alex, if we did go back, I wouldn't feel as scared at being sent to the principal's office, especially if we have Principal Capitano there. It might be a good feast there while we're there. Next up, from Don Estridge High Tech Middle School, Laura Lee Evans.
One thing I tell my students is creativity is my passion, and I want it to become their passion because it doesn't have to be art, it doesn't have to be music, it can be anything that they want it to be. Their creativity flows from them. Hi, my name is Laura Lee Evans, and I'm a 6th grade teacher at Don Estridge High Tech Middle School. I tell my students they are their best assets. They have their craft, and they know what their craft is, and they can go out into the world and create whatever they want, whatever their destiny is, they can have it.
I couldn't think of a faculty member more deserving of this award than Miss Evans.
I like cats. I like hats. I also like to go to.
I would love the opportunity if bioengineering would allow me to clone Miss Evans. She would be the perfect ELA teacher. She genuinely cares about the child and wants to see them succeed and grow.
So the simple things in life should be treasured. I am who I am because of my peers. They inspire me, they allow me to be creative, they allow me to make mistakes. And like I tell my students all the time, I may fall, but I'm gonna keep on getting up and trying again because you can't have success without failure.
Jim, quick question. Everyone's got a teacher from their past, the one that sort of changed their life. Who's yours? We didn't script this. I'm just curious.
4th grade, Mr. Regan gave me my one and only F. And it was, changed my trajectory forever.
So F student from that point forward.
Only gave me one F.
Oh.
One F ever. And of course, that was back in the day when I went home, my parents made it even more important that I never got another F again.
You're always an A+ in my book, my friend. And speaking of A+, let's celebrate Eagles Landing Middle School's Teacher of the Year, Elizabeth Gottlieb.
I had the most amazing educational experience. My teachers were storytellers. They were engaging, they were inspiring, they were passionate, they were empathetic, they were challenging. I owe them everything. I'm Elizabeth Gottlieb. I am a 6th grade English language arts teacher at Eagles Landing Middle School. When you look at this, what do you see? You can focus on images, you can focus on mood, whatever strikes you, just words and phrases. To me, learning is all about storytelling, and I try to really bring things to life for them.
Her instruction is just great. It's innovative, it's engaging, the kids enjoy being in the room. She's building relationships with children. She will not settle for anything less than success.
All of it's great. I love it. I love your vocabulary. Nice. For me, what's innovative is having the kids actually put down their phones and turning away from their computers as much as possible and just having real life conversations and allowing themselves to show themselves as individuals.
Alrighty, next up, from Hammock Point Elementary School, want to go ahead and recognize Tony Van Heerden.
A conductor allows heat and energy. My gran was a teacher, so I was inspired by my gran. I had wonderful educators that educated me, so I suppose all the brilliant teachers growing up inspired me to be a good teacher.
My name is Tony Van Heerden. I teach math and science at Hammock Point Elementary.
My favorite part of the school day is interacting with the kids. In the morning as I come through the hallway, they make me feel like a rock star even arriving at school.
Mrs. Van Heerden deserves this recognition because she goes above and beyond every day. She's a team player. I've never seen someone so able to bring a team together and work with people so easily and with such grace.
Conduction, convection, radiation. They'll all be college kids. They'll all have graduated college. All of them will be CEOs of the companies, and I'll probably be begging them for a job.
Well, next up, Teacher of the Year of the school, formerly known as A.D. Henderson University School, currently known as FAU High. Let's all congratulate Christopher Clevenger.
Traveling the world really is what got me into teaching. Just seeing people and the way they live, their perspectives, and the story they have really hooked me. Hi, my name is Christopher Clevenger, and I teach 9th grade honors world history here at FAU High School. For me, teaching history is a way for me to connect with people on a deeper level. They see themselves and they discover their cultures, who they are, and by proxy, how, despite how different we are throughout the world, at its core, we're really all the same in a way. And bridging those gaps and seeing those differences are things that kind of really make me happy, seeing that light, that spark in the eyes of the kids that we teach.
Chris Clevenger is an incredible, dedicated professional. He's extremely passionate about his content area. He's knowledgeable, he's a lifelong learner, he's a consummate professional, and he's an incredible educator.
I'm surrounded by individuals that deserve this honor. The teachers here are above and beyond what you would expect in a typical school. It's really, really a huge honor to be nominated by my peers to have this honor, because to me that means that I stand out amongst giants in this case.
So that he said something that I heard from a lot of you all when I got to talk to you outside, is that you're surrounded by excellent teachers, but you guys just got to take a moment, okay, and accept the fact that you're Teacher of the Year for your school, okay? Just take it in, live it, okay? They maybe might get it next year. Loggers Run Middle School, Teacher of the Year, Lauren Rigler.
So when writing blood pressure, which number goes on top and which number goes on bottom? I want them to realize all of the opportunities that there are. They can really do whatever they set their mind to doing. And that's really my goal for these students. Hi, I'm Lauren Rigler, and I'm a teacher here at Loggers Run Middle School for the Medical Academy. We have a great opportunity for students here. They get to explore the medical field and the medical world at a middle school level, and they get to do a lot of hands-on training, learning a lot of the basics, how to take vital signs, how to care for patients, and how to handle different emergency situations. They just want to know somebody's there who cares, who shows interest in their world. Once you connect with them, then you have their respect, and then they're more willing to learn, they're more willing to open up to you.
Her lessons are engaging. She brings real-world content to the student and brings it in a format that allows them to work together. They laugh, they have fun, they explore. Thank you for all you do for our students, and thank you for the amazing medical program that you provide here at Loggers Run.
Next up, I heard great shoes out there.
I did too.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah. Double congratulations.
Yes.
It is Boca Raton for all. We're known for our style as well. Let's all celebrate Teacher of the Year of J.C. Mitchell Elementary School, Megan Jones.
All right, thumbs up if we're ready for our first clue. I really think that anybody thrives off of positive reinforcement, especially 8 and 9-year-olds. Nice job, nice job. I'm Megan Jones. I teach 3rd grade at J.C. Mitchell Elementary. Instead of doing 1, 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 6, you said we can do what? Go ahead. I just grew up loving school and always was reading and just excited, and my favorite place to be was school, so I wanted to give that to children and just make it a place where it was exciting, they were excited to learn, and really just create like a safe atmosphere. We painted, we did one of those like on a canvas things when you paint, you know? I'll have to show you.
Megan came to us as a student teacher out of FAU, and from the moment she stepped foot on this campus, we knew she was a rock star. She's conscientious, she knows her material, and she knows how to pull the best out of her students each and every day.
When they find their passion or something that just gets them excited about learning or coming to school or working with another student, that makes me really proud.
So much excitement in these classrooms. I mean, Alex, I think it is time to go back, maybe.
I think it's time. Seriously, I think we could probably use it.
Yes, definitely.
Me and you.
Although you still have one.
Yeah, you're right. I can just do
Alex
guest
will be
reader.
the granddad father there at your schools there.
Yeah, Principal Holly, I will be the oldest father at some point on your campus. You'll be wheeling me off campus.
Next up, though, Omni Middle School. Oh, my God, middle school, y'all. So glad my kids are no longer in middle school. Teacher of the Year, Lisa Kranitz.
I've always thought that teaching is the most impactful profession because you get a chance to make a difference in somebody's life. And to me, I come to school every day hoping that that's what I succeed. Hi, my name is Lisa Kranitz. I'm a 7th grade ESOL language arts teacher here at Omni Middle School. Yo, Samson, what did you get on your report card? A boy named Tito asked him one day after school. I've been teaching ESOL now for about 10 years. My students come from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, and they come to my classroom and I make it a place where they feel welcomed and accepted.
Ms. Kranitz is an amazing educator. She connects with her students, she is passionate about what she does, and she serves as a mentor to the teachers in her department.
I feel that I'm empowered by my students each and every day. I love to learn from them. I feel that it's just a wonderful experience. And when I can make a difference and be an influence in somebody's life, that to me is lifelong success.
Miss Lisa, come on down. All right, let's make some noise out there. Come on.
Make some noise. I like that. I was just thinking, everyone in the country knows that the best teachers are in Boca Raton. And if this is the best of the best, then this is like a Top Gun sequel. That's a really bad dad joke. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Sorry about that. The night wouldn't be right with that bad dad joke. All right, moving on. Let's put our hands together and congratulate Olympic Heights High School Teacher of the Year, Amanda Elio.
Sentences. Do we need to bring a little bit of detail into this? I teach a AP class, and it's the first one that they take when they come into high school. So they come in kind of timid and nervous, but throughout the year we build critical thinking skills, and they really fine-tune those skills, and they leave with confidence. I'm Amanda Aiello. I teach AP Human Geography at Olympic Heights Community High School. I hope that I create students that are lifelong learners. I encourage them to question why the world is the way it is, and I hope I give them the tools that they can continue to question the world they live in throughout the rest of their lives.
Amanda is just an amazing teacher. She is a principal's dream because she is so well liked by everyone, from students, parents, and her peers.
When the kids understand the material that we're going over, that their eyes light up, they get excited about it, they get really engaged, and they're eager to share it with their peers.
So now one of the other groups that we haven't really recognized that I want to take a minute to recognize is all the spouses, partners, family members who support our amazing teachers here. And one of which our next teacher, I met her spouse earlier there, from Spanish River High School, our Teacher of the Year, Nicole Borden.
This negative on the outside, it's an imaginary negative.
My biggest accomplishment would be getting the 89% of learning gains last year with my kids from the EOC. So getting those gains and hitting 89% of my students, that was my biggest accomplishment.
I'm Nicole Borden, and I'm a math teacher at Spanish River High School.
My dad taught me math, grew up teaching me everything. I just became good at it.
Miss Borden is a phenomenal teacher. She's actually our mathematics department leader as well, and she leads the Algebra PLC team, and she does an absolutely amazing job making sure that everybody on her team has the resources that they need, the support that they need, and she goes above and beyond for all of her students.
Now, instead of distributing, what do we do as a shortcut?
Show them love, show them caring, show them respect, so they become better people, and I hope I achieve that by showing them a good example of that.
Next up, from Sandpiper Shores Elementary School, Teacher of the Year, Aria Doak.
What do you think lively means? When I come into work every day, I am excited to know that it's a new day of possibilities. Hi, I'm Maria Doak. I am a ESC autism teacher here at Sandpiper Shores, and I am currently a 3rd grade teacher. Something that has changed, and we use it to call someone. So with my students, they take a little longer to get the main picture, but when they do, it is a glorious moment for them. Good. These kids need extra love and support to help guide them through their daily challenges, but when they do get that love and support, they blossom into something that is so wonderful to see that it's just incredible. That's why we do it.
Miss Doak is really just like that teacher, and you guys all know the teacher I'm talking about. The teacher that's always positive, the teacher that's passionate, always learning and growing.
They need a little more TLC, and That's why I choose to come every day, because I want to give them that same opportunity that everyone else has here at school.
Woo! All right.
Likely excuse.
That's what I call an excuse absence.
Yeah, what did she have, boy, girl?
Oh, congratulations.
Oh,
2
there you
times.
So again, I can tell all y'all, and that is a true country word, all y'all, are so positive and everything. And Alex is one of the most positive people I know besides myself, which is funny because my blood type is B negative. Bad dad jokes, but I'm bummed.
That was
But
really
with
bad.
that said, what is more difficult than an elementary school? An elementary school with a middle school attached to it. So here we go, Verde K through 8 school, an amazing teacher of the year who I got to meet virtually years ago when her son was like just a little bitty thing. Now he's like about yay tall. Marisol Velasquez.
I wish I had. My favorite part of the school day is when my students are using strategies that I've taught them before, and I see them using them independently. I'm Marisol Velasquez, SAI teacher at Verde K8. Being an SAI teacher here at Verde, what I've been able to accomplish is working with students and seeing their progress from needing interventions to sometimes not needing interventions anymore because of the progress that they've made. Claw.
Yes. So that goes in the CL.
CL.
Miss Velasquez deserves this recognition because she has stepped into a new role at Verde K8 this year. And she has earned the respect from all of the staff. I have gotten phenomenal feedback on how approachable she is, how easy to work with she is, how knowledgeable she is.
I believe in building strength and having students self-reflect and having a strength-based instruction.
We now get the opportunity to honor Teacher of the Year from Sunrise Park Elementary School, Melanie Kramer.
We know all characters face a problem. That's what makes a good story. Even as a child, I always loved children. I always loved the kids that were like a little younger than me. I loved playing with them. I loved kind of playing school with them and teaching them. Hi, my name is Melanie Kramer, and I am a second grade teacher at Sunrise Park Elementary School. I love writing time because my kids love writing time.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
And I love reading too. I love small group work. I know. And why did they do that? But out of the academic area, my favorite time is recess, just like the kids. And it's only because that's the time I get to bond with the kids.
The way that she approaches teaching and her big heart in everything that she does really makes her the greatest candidate this year for our Boca Raton Rotary Teacher of the Year. She is all about relationships, not just with her second graders, but with all students.
It definitely means a lot. It shows that there's a sense of respect for what I do and how hard I work. And I'm kind of overwhelmed with the kindness of the gesture for even just thinking of me. It's really been the most amazing year ever.
Go ahead, shout it out. Yes. I know, I felt bad. Those guys keep shaking. Alex gets to shake everyone's hand. I'm just going to run down at the end here and give high fives. And by the way, this is my last announcement, so after this I don't get to talk anymore. I just wanted to go ahead and announce that the things that Alex and I are saying, Claudia Shea did not approve or know of ahead of time. So with that said, West Boca Raton High School's Teacher of the Year, Satoko Nirishirazi. I was close, so close.
I believe that the more they are exposed to different cultures, the more they accept diversity. Hi, I'm Satoko Nirishirazi. I teach Japanese here at West Boca Raton High School. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Smile. My favorite part of the school day is when my students come to class with a smile and greet in Japanese. They give me a sense of accomplishment. 白っていう感じもありますね。I established Japanese program here, and the number of students is growing each year. And now I teach 5 level of Japanese classes.
それは直線でしょう。
Our students are able to speak fluent Japanese. They go to competitions. Some of the competitors just walk away when they hear our children speak Japanese. She is just absolutely a superstar in and out of the classroom. I couldn't be more proud.
遊ばせる. Good job.
Next up, let's put our hands together and get a little loud for Waters Edge Elementary School's Teacher of the Year, Christina Farraco.
I've always wanted to be a teacher, actually, from when I was younger. But what really inspired me to be a teacher was my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Shea. It was my first year at a brand new school, and she really made me feel comfortable. And I just love how she loved her students and she inspired them to do great things. I'm Christina Farraco. I'm a 5th grade teacher at Waters Edge Elementary. My proudest moment is honestly just watching my students grow academically as well as socially and emotionally. 14 strikes out of 70. Right there. Can I create a ratio?
Ms. Farraco is a phenomenal 5th grade teacher. She teaches math and science for our 5th grade camp students. Ms. Farraco goes above and beyond with all of her students. She's always willing to work with them whenever assistance is needed. She's great at doing small groups to help enrich our students and give them the instruction that they need.
Let me see your answers. Okay, excellent. I hope that my students get a love for learning out of my class as well as confidence to do anything they want in life.
Still you.
Still me?
I'm done.
Man.
My list, that was it.
Okay, so I get a chance for my closing remark is just, we've had a lot of fun going back and forth. We've said a lot of jokes, but tonight is seriously, when we don't tell everybody, this is one of our favorite nights of the year because it means so much. And we realize that we are in the presence of greatness. We know that what happens here in our public schools of Boca Raton, it's something very special. I get to go all over the country and see school districts everywhere. What we have here is extremely special, and we don't take it for granted. We will never be able to celebrate you as often as much as we can. We as a community need to do better because you all you're changing the game. And thank you for all that you do and for influencing and nurturing other young teachers coming up through the system, because what you're doing is sending people out in the world to do great things. And we'll never be able to say thank you enough, but we'll keep trying. And so closing out, our final honoree, which I know I heard it is, but we were finishing strong. Let's all congratulate Whispering Pines Elementary School's Teacher of the Year, Claudia Romano.
We're going to read chapter 2 today. You're going to silently read it. So I had the opportunity to teach when I was living abroad,
And I just really loved it. I loved being with the students. I loved that I was learning from them just as much as they were learning from me. My name is Claudia Romano. I teach first grade gifted at Whispering Pines Elementary School. And I love their perspective on the world. I love how they see things, and I love how they learn, and I love seeing that light bulb go off when they learn something new and they make connections.
She is a student-centered teacher. She differentiates her instruction. She is a teacher of the gifted, but as we know, they're all different. And she caters to that difference, which just makes her special.
Well, I hope that I can help to shape and mold them into better citizens for our community, and I want them to leave this classroom having kindness and compassion and being inclusive of others.
Congratulations again to all of our outstanding teachers. There's no doubt that watching your heartfelt videos made a memorable impression on our superintendent, Mike Burke. I'm sure he was definitely watching with pride. As the superintendent of our A-rated school district, Mr. Burke is passionate about ensuring academic excellence and paving the way to postgraduate success for the district's approximately 170,000 students in our 180 district-operated schools, soon to be 182 next year. It's been my pleasure working with Superintendent Burke, who sees the potential in every student and is deeply committed to the school board's mission to educate, affirm, and inspire each student in an equity-embedded school system. For that reason, Best Foot Forward will honor him, as I said, this Saturday with the annual Champion of Children Award. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 14 years on the school board, I have worked with 6 superintendents. Please join me in welcoming the best superintendent I've worked with, Superintendent Mike Burke.
Thank you, Chairman Barbieri. You know, I came to a realization tonight, Mr. Barbieri. I don't think you're capable of dabbling at anything. You have championed this event for 37 years, served on our school board for 15 years. I'm going to give Rita credit for the 52 years of marriage. And then I was thinking I should have figured this out earlier, because I had the pleasure of seeing Mr. Barbieri's Christmas decorations. And if you haven't seen it, yeah, they can be seen from space. He goes all out. So we're really fortunate to have him put his passion behind education, our teachers, our support staff, their principals, our schools, and to stick with it like you have. It has made an indelible mark on Palm Beach County and particularly Boca Raton. You know, I was thinking, Chairman Barbieri was elected to school board in 2008, and he was greeted with a crash in the housing market, you know, major financial institutions collapsing, and then we had to kind of navigate the Great Recession for, gosh, about 3 years that was wreaking havoc on school districts' budgets across the country. And, you know, he didn't know at the time, but this would later become the period that we'd look back on and say those were good old days, right? He went on to have the pleasure of guiding our district through the pandemic, and every year the Florida legislature sees fit to give us more and more legislation. The Florida school laws are now over 1,300 pages, so they have grown by about 600 pages since Chairman Barbieri joined us, and it's a lot to deal with. But I'm really fortunate as superintendent. I approach this job as working with the school board as it's a team sport. And I can't think of a more valuable team member than Chairman Barbieri. He is a great thought partner to me. It's to drive, you know, that experience, while it can be painful to acquire, it's invaluable. And anyway, it's my pleasure to serve with you. And you know, we're not the only team here tonight. It's also, I just want to thank the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise for including me in this event. It's nice to be a part of some of these 37 years. It's truly an honor. And our award-winning teachers, I should say, and their principals just continue to amaze me. You know, seeing you in action, whether it's out in your schools or in the videos tonight, it's impressive. And it's clear that you are not dabbling either. You are fully immersed and committed to our students, and we are all just grateful for that. We will be forever grateful. I was thinking about, you know, the talent pool in Boca Raton is incredibly deep. And I heard it in some of your videos tonight that having those great teammates just makes you that much better. And then I thought, this is much like the Boca Raton FAU Owls that made it to the Final Four, because that was a team effort. Yeah, we got some Owls here. But it's pretty neat to see you guys and how you complement each other and lift each other up. And like Mr. Moore said, tonight you are the champ. You need to celebrate that. You know, we're very fortunate to have your talents here in Boca Raton. It would be easy for you probably to drift off to a B-rated district and go dominate and just collect award after an award. But you have chosen to be the best among the best, and we're that much better for it. I don't want to take too much time, but I do want to thank our Spanish River High School Jazz Band. They were awesome. Our Olympic Heights High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC, and of course the West Boca High culinary program, the food, and we've got desserts coming. They're going to be excellent. So with that, I did get some raffle tickets. I understand that's next. Usually when I'm done speaking, I just say, Chairman Barbary, that concludes my remarks. I don't know if that's a graceful exit here this evening, but I'm going to let you guys move along with the agenda, and I hope we have some winners out there. More?
I just want to make one more comment. One of the things I was most concerned about leaving the district after my term's up is Mr. Burke was only going to be able to stay with us for until the middle of 2025 because he's in drop. And last night we found out from the state legislative update that drop is going to be extended from 5 years to 8 years. So I told Mr. Burke that he thought he could leave, but he can't. So before I leave this board, I'm going to make sure that Mr. Burke's contract is extended for those additional 3 years. So.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our teachers, our sponsors, our amazing principals. Thank you to the Rotary Club of Boca Raton Sunrise. Have a great night, everyone.